Hello, YouTube. I don't know if my announcement of this would have gone out in any of the streams I've uploaded recently to YouTube. They've been a bit patchy, I do apologise, but doing something different today. This is a demo for Princess of World's End from Wackle Studio. I apologise to the studio if I'm butchering that name. It's currently on Kickstarter, so the link for that will be in the video description, as well as the link for wishlisting the game on Steam. The demo's out on Steam, anyone can play it who wants to. I think I've got the sound levels okay. The only thing that you'll have missed is when you start the game up, there's a cutscene introducing the characters with like their names and stuff, but I assume that will become very apparent very quickly. My understanding is it is voice acted, so I've got less reading to do than normal with visual novels, which, to be honest, is one of the reasons I don't play many visual novels on stream. I do like me a good visual novel, so we'll see, but I have been so wrapped up in gender stuff recently that when I saw this, I was like, wait, what? Skipping transition? I wish we could, but then I realized it's a gameplay thing. Oh, right, this is a visual novel. Hey, I'll turn my cursor on for you all. There's the cursor. It's also just a really nice cursor. Sure thing, Guns. Thank you for the lurk. So, hopefully this is loud enough. I've got the voices as loud as they go. So let's just get started. Steam achievement already. Chapter 1, The Awakening. The rain pours down into the ocean, filling it with itself and becoming part of something so much greater. Raising it to greater heights, it offers a salty taste to the gods in the night sky. Where do we go when we die? The ocean cries out to the sky above. Only time will tell, the sky responds, looking down upon its tiny child throwing a temper tantrum. This is no ordinary day in the Atlantic. Something sinister is abound. The waves rarely behave this way. Sirens blare from the crashing waves and foreboding atmosphere. 'Tis but a sign of things to come. There is no happiness here. All humans must drown. No life. No love. Hey, that's depression. Doesn't make a difference to the ocean. More food for the fish. It loves those who inhabit it. Not appreciating foreign invaders, it remains steadfast in pushing those without the ability to reside away. In the woods, the rain was more peaceful. The pitter-patter of the raindrops rest on the leaves and fall toward the ground. Burrowing into the dirt, the rain sleeps until it's called forth to the sky once again. Hey, that's the water cycle, not depression. Little did the rain know what it was in the presence of. In this particular forest lies someone very special. King Arthur. You. But to be more specific, what you are to become. Never mind that. These details are meaningless. Hang on, I'll turn the cursor off. I think it's detracting. For this is a tale of a princess in a doomed world. No happy ending awaits her. No happy ending awaits anyone on this rock in the solar system. What a mood that is, chat. The princess slept soundly in the forest. The princess knows not what surrounds her. You are the princess, a sleeping beauty waiting to regain cognition. Wake up, dear princess. Wake up and smell the ashes. Sorry, wrong game. Oh yeah, trigger warning for addiction, by the way. As you attempt to move, you find that you cannot do so. Numbness has taken over. Your body feels as if it is a statue. The only feeling comes from the tips of your fingers. Everything lacks such a feeling. You begin to panic. The feeling returns, so cold, so wet.
Where am I? How did I even get into a situation like this?
Me every day.
Wait, I remember now. It was those guys at the damn rock show last night. They must have laced this shit. I've never taken Numex and had side effects this severe.
You move your eyes around, looking for your purse, but it is nowhere to be found. This means your cell phone, wallet, and other belongings are gone. Well, if I don't have those things, how am I going to back this game on Kickstarter or buy it on Steam when it launches? The only thing they left behind was an empty bottle of pills. You don't recognize the brand.
As if things couldn't get any fucking worse for me right now. They must have stole my purse when I was unconscious. Guess I'll deal with that situation later. First, I need to stand up and get out of the rain.
Quick time event incoming. Dang it. No keyboard mashing for me today. Good morning, Radiant G. How are you? Chat, behave. One of the development studios in chat. You are able to slowly stand up and... Oh, I keep forgetting to say. If you're watching this on Twitch and or Moonbeam, Nightbot... Well, on Twitch, Nightbot will drop the Kickstarter and Steam links periodically. And 2, for Twitch and Moonbeam, the pinned comment has the Kickstarter link and the Steam wishlist link. Sleepy? Hey, that's fair. I'm aware time zones are a thing. Regrettably. You are able to slowly stand up and move under the cover of the trees. But hey, I know several people who watch this content or have this content on while they do have breakfast and morning chores. So you are joining enlightened company. Hey Ari, how you doing? You're able to slowly stand up and move under the cover of the trees. Everything is in so much pain. Your head is pounding. It feels like it is about to explode. First choice, chat. We're waiting for the rain to end. You don't want to walk home in the rain with a headache. You decide to sit down and wait for the rain to stop before trying to go home. Being able to make that journey right now doesn't seem very realistic. Don't know why I overemphasized the C in realistic there. 80% numbness. That's a rookie number. We can get that up, chat, I believe.
I was starting to think the rain would never end. Thank goodness.
After a long time of waiting, the rain comes to pass. Your body is extremely cold. You cannot feel your skin at all. You won't last much longer out here in the cold night. After walking for a couple of hours, you begin to see the outskirts of town in the distance. It is very relieving to finally see civilization again.
Only a little further until I can make it home. I can do this.
You give yourself some motivation to continue along. However, the truth is, you are at your limit. In the back of your mind, you know that you still have a long way to go before you get to your final destination. Odd cut to a kid waking up on a plane. As you walk through the countryside, you notice a house that still has its lights on. It looks as if it is a small, older home, one that has seen a lot of history.
I hate to be this person, but I really need help right now.
People who live on this side of town are usually, puberty? Usually really nice. It is part of the culture out here to help people out when they are in need. Have a nice reading voice? Oh, thanks, Radiant G. I try. A few people have said that recently, and I've been actively trying to improve my narration voice, so that is, nice to hear. Even though Virginia is pretty far north, a lot of people here still hold on to these traditional southern values. Especially those that live in rural areas.
Might as well knock and see if they're willing to help me out.
A little time passes, and you hear a resident begin to move. Someone approaches the door from the inside.
Sorry to bother you so late. I was walking back to the city and got caught up in the rain.
Oh, hey, chat, in case anyone was curious, because I don't need both hands for this game, my fidget of the moment is a 40p Triceratops skeleton from the museum. Freaking love ceratopsians.
To the city? Well, that's a long walk late at night. You're welcome to take a rest inside my house. I will try and help you out the best I can.
The woman, sorry, Anyone who wants to get into narration and stuff like that, as I've discovered, as I'm dipping my toes into those waters, hydrate like crazy. The woman's house looks just as well lived in as the exterior. Everything seems like it is well loved and well used. She looks you up and down with a concerned look on her face.
My goodness, what is a pretty thing like you doing walking in the rain on a Sunday night?
It's a long story I would rather not talk about right now, if I'm being honest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be pushy. I was just curious is all. My name is Samantha. I will go get you some towels and blankets.
Is this a horror game? It deals with dark themes. I guess I should have included a trigger warning somewhere on the title of the screen, but for addiction and stuff of that nature. I think that... Tell you what, rather than trying to do it from memory, I could say this right now. Pretty sure it's dark fantasy, which obviously does include horror elements. Urban fantasy, a dark fantasy magical girl visual novel. There you go.
If you need anything else, please let me know.
Also, if anything happens to Samantha, I'm gonna flip
Thank you very much.
the table. This one. I'm moving the cursor around the table in the background so you can see what I'm talking about, but you can't actually see the cursor, so nothing's happening. It's really awkward all around, really.
Nice to meet you. You can call me Princess. Let's just say it's a nickname that was earned, not given. I'm not really a big fan of my birth name anyway, so it was bound to stick.
Dang it, I should have used Princess as the character name.
Well, that sounds interesting, Miss Princess. Tell me more when I come back, okay?
Sure. Oh god, she's not going back. The abandonment issues kick in straight away. Mine, not Princess's. Samantha is heading toward another room in the house. She moves slow. Not because of her physical health, merely just to show she trusts you. It seems like she'll be gone for a while, judging by far... I think there's a how missing there. By how far away she walked and how slowly she moved. We're not gonna take this woman's drugs. Stand here, try to stay calm.
I can't lie to myself. I'm fiending, but I also have to control it.
Your addiction rips into you for neglecting it. You do not give in this time. But this is one battle in a long war. Eventually, you will be outnumbered. Only through incredible odds and dedication could they be overcome. Unrealistic goals lead to unrealistic outcomes. You must fight through unrealism. Samantha hands you some towels and a blanket. This will help with the cold, but another problem still persists.
You wouldn't happen to have any painkillers, would you?
I'm sorry, honey. I stopped using that stuff a long time ago. There's something I have that will help you out much more than a pill.
Well, that's not ominous.
Samantha? Where are you?
No, the abandonment issues I joked about mere moments ago, they've returned. Unlike Samantha. After waiting a while, you start to get worried she may have dozed off or something. After you call her name, you hear her begin to approach. You hear her footsteps approaching. Seems like she heard you and is coming back.
Looks like you're awake now. Here, these will help you dry off.
Samantha hands you an immense amount of blankets and towels. She must have collected many over the years. She seems to have a hard time letting things go.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I was busy fetching some medicine to help you out.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're still awake.
It looks like the pills have taken a toll on you, honey.
Wait, how did you know I was on pills?
Oh, she knows.
Well, let's just call it intuition from someone with a similar experience in their past.
Is this Princess from the future?
You came to the right person. I can help someone like you. But first, I want you to hear my story.
Yes, of course.
I know it isn't, but it looks like she's wearing 3 dog tags around her neck. And I'm like, oh god, she's lost everyone she's ever cared about. Nam was hell. War is hell. Never changes as well. Samantha begins the story talking about her upbringing. She was born and raised in South Carolina in a small beach town. Things were simple, and she was happy. After graduating high school, she married her high school sweetheart. Life was going smoothly so far. Nothing could get in her way. Things were not always simple, though. Complications began to arise. Around 10 years ago, Samantha's husband was injured at his job working construction. Oh no, I see where this is going. He went to a pain clinic and they prescribed him medicine for it. Little did he know the immense consequences this little prescription would have. His tolerance grew higher and higher, and so did the quantity of his prescription. Oof. 5 years after his first pill, Samantha's husband would overdose and die. Samantha had picked up on the habit as well, but swore to stop once her husband passed away. Doctors turned their back on Samantha. Once she stopped taking the pills, she was no longer a profitable customer. Well, there's your horror elements, the American healthcare system. Even though Samantha had stopped taking the pills, her addiction persisted. Deep down, she knew she would relapse eventually. Full stop missing right there at the end of eventually. The pain in her heart couldn't be filled with anything but pills. Not that she had any other option. Instead of relapsing, Samantha took matters into her own hands. This game is very anti-big pharma, anti-capitalist. It's not subtle about it at all. Really? You don't say. I love it. Make more. She was able to find a way to create medicine to help her addiction symptoms. Although she was very vague on the details, she promised that she will tell you more when she can trust you. Finding this information is also what led her to move to Virginia. Apparently, this is one of the very few areas in the United States that all the needed ingredients can grow.
I'm so sorry. You've been through so much.
I guess I should point out for anyone who is new to the channel, or is just watching purely for this for this demo. I myself am queer and incredibly left-wing in terms of politics. So, you know, I vibe with these sentiments.
Losing someone to addiction isn't something I would wish on my worst enemy.
It is still the most difficult thing I have ever been through in my life. The past is the past, though. Nothing I can do to change it. What I can do is change the future.
Is that why you started creating your own medicine?
Yes, but I can't share it. If they find out, then they'll prosecute me for distribution of illegal drugs.
Gosh dang it. Hell yeah, right there with me. Yes, I'm not alone. An awkward silence fills the room. You can tell this is a battle that Samantha has been fighting in her head for years. The reality is that anything that cuts into the profits in modern medicine will never be promoted or allowed to exist. Any threat will be outlawed or exterminated by the great forces of capitalism. Money over morals is a lesson learned through hard-earned experience. Not just from her, but from many others like her.
Even if I cannot publish my discoveries, that doesn't stop me from being able to help people like you.
Wait, what's the drug in Silent Hill, Ari? I can't remember the name of it. Is Samantha the person who founded that?
I want you to have a sip of this.
Like White
as
something, I
long
think?
as you promise
White
to
Claudia?
keep
There
this
we
a
go.
secret between us.
I knew it was a person name, I just couldn't remember the name. Ah! Samantha walks over and picks up a strange-looking green liquid in a small bottle that she had set down on a nearby table. Hey, it's green, Claudia. As she presents it to you, it gives off an incredible aura. You can tell that it took a lot of effort to create.
Sure thing. I trust you, Samantha. I won't tell a soul.
You begin to drink some of the medicine. It tastes very strongly of the earth. You can feel the many different herbal ingredients smoothly flow down your throat. Your body relaxes like it never has before. You begin to feel as if you're being pulled into a dream. A dream which becomes more and more vivid with each passing moment. That's less than ideal. Alice, is that you? You open your eyes and are suddenly blinded with an incredibly powerful light. It seems you are in a cave of some sort, filled with crystals illuminating it. Seeing out of the exit hole is impossible, but you can hear the rain coming down outside.
Where am I? What is this place?
Candy Mountain, Charlie? Get it? Rock candy? It's a joke for all of you Charlie the Unicorn fans out there. As you turn around, you see the body of water is even greater behind you. This place gives off a mysterious aura. It is hard to describe exactly. It feels almost as if you're being watched by a higher being of some sort. Charlie the Unicorn.
It's really hard to tell if this is just a crazy dream or if this is really happening. Either way, I need to get out of here. This place kind of gives me the creeps.
I also realize I'm aging myself. Just with the Charlie the Unicorn joke. Such a niche slice of millennial humor. Oh, cool. Earth modes. After exiting the cave, you see a long path going into some mountains covered with forestry.
What is going on? This can't be real.
The rain is even colder in this place than the forest you woke up in before heading to Samantha's. Have chime among friends. Yes, I have friends! Success. Although that world seems like a faraway place from wherever you find yourself now. Rocks float in midair above you, as if held up by some supernatural magical force. With no other options, you follow the path into the mountains. Also, chat, as today is not particularly a great day for my mental health, I am trying so hard not to slur when I speak. I hate having a speech impediment. You enter the dark forest and attempt to take cover under a tree to stay out of the rain. The thought of being stuck here forever begins to cross your mind. Normally, you could find shelter somewhere in a rainstorm like this, but not now. This place you have woken up in is so far from your reality, you don't know what to do. All of a sudden, you freeze in position without even thinking. Something is surely watching you now. You can just feel it. I'm trying not to play this with my editing proofreading hat on because I recognize that this is a demo, but it is difficult. You attempt to silence your panicked breathing and calm down. Whatever is close by should leave you alone if you don't alert it. For the content! Hell yeah, for the music! The veins in your head begin to rush as blood starts flowing rapidly into your eyeballs. Every hair on your body stands up as it feels like your skin begins to peel off. You feel heat radiating from your skin's surface like a star being born in the night sky. Nothing is the same anymore. This is only the start. Sweet. Turn purple. Time freezes. Your body begins to float in the air. Pain, fear, anxiety, paranoia. These feelings are amplified beyond the maximum of which you thought possible. However, as you realize this, your feelings are quickly replaced by something greater, something bigger than yourself. Yeah, the sick beat. They're no longer trapped inside of your head. They're being channeled through your entire body. Sorry, throughout your entire body. You are tired of being the victim, tired of not being in control. The feeling of despair begins to change into something else, something more useful. Anger, hatred. These feelings you have long suppressed begin to resurface. The power growing within you gives you the confidence to finally fight back.
I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Well, what are you waiting for? Come at me already!
Hydration, that's what I'm waiting for. Oh, sweet. Responding to your taunt, the creature begins to attack. You can tell that there are no thoughts behind those eyes. It is acting on its nature. Just like you, it is controlled by the power it wields. It is inevitable that it will attack a greater power that threatens it. The creature's hind leg shoves the earth, propelling it forwards. It is as if you can see it moving in slow motion. Your perception has become inhuman. Judging by its speed, it is no match for you. Merely a test to see your true capabilities. Did they lampshade the tutorial? With this power, you can obliterate it without a second thought. As if by instinct, you begin to concentrate your energy. Your newfound power begins to flow through your body and into your hand. Almost as if opening a faucet connected to a massive body of water, you feel an almost unlimited supply attached to you. Also, side note chat, Papa Obi-Wan Kenobi would be so disappointed right now. Whatever power you are channeling is nothing compared to the greatness of its source. Oh, sweet, magic circle. The creature approaches, slowly but surely, violently running at you before you can release the attack. Little does it know that its fate has already been decided. You feel your veins begin to pulse, almost as if executing a pre-programmed command. It is not just the power you are channeling, but also the knowledge of how to use it.
Say goodbye, you furry fuck!
Content warning for language. A black bullet flies out of your hand and cuts through the air at the speed of light. Even with your ability to see the events around you as if they are happening in slow motion, you can barely keep your eyes on this attack. It surges with power and seeks to destroy anything in its path. Ooh, center of mass. Love to see it. The attack instantly tore through it like a speeding bullet going through a paper target. The creature is frozen in place, unable to move a muscle. And chat, it has some muscle. Not gonna lie. You can see the look of terror stuck on its face as it realized this was the final moment it would be alive. Just as quickly as the battle started, it was over. Taking a life with no remorse. This is not something you thought you would do, but something else seems to be influencing you. You aren't fully in control. Murder is all you can think about. Pain is overwhelming. You feel a new part of you deep inside awakening. A part that should have never been born. Many voices in your head hurl commands at you with one thing in common. Destruction. Use your overwhelming power. Use it to destroy the wrong things in the world. However, the voices begin to get quieter and quieter. The silence finally allows you to think again. No, bring the guitar back, I miss it. Just as quickly as the creature was killed, it vanishes from this world. So many unexplainable things happening at such a rapid rate. Your negative thoughts begin to rush back into your brain, going back home to where they belong. As you look down, you can see that you are slowly transforming back into your original form. You are right back where you started, in a forest, in the rain, all alone, just as you always have been, with a feeling of dread and solitude overwhelming you. The darkness inside of you begins to vanish and is replaced by sorrow as your power fades away. Hey, as someone who does deal with depression and anger issues, I'm feeling personally attacked by this game already, and I'm only playing the demo.
I can't do this anymore. I give up. Guess I'll be stuck in a goddamn forest for the rest of my life.
Hey, apparently it's going to be quite long based on what we just
In
did.
whatever fucked up world I've somehow ended up in.
Oh no, I'm more numb. Suddenly you feel a mysterious energy surround you. Everything begins to fade away once again. I'll be honest, not what I was expecting. Hey, we might find Tiny Ugly Mozart, though. It seems your prayers have been answered. That's like a year-old reference, I think, on this channel. It seems your prayers have been answered. Although you have not returned to your home, but have been transported to an even more unexplainable place than you were before. Back to me, your favourite character? Oh god, no pressure. You stand inside of a massive castle. Judging from the silence, it seems devoid of any people. However, everything is far too clean for it to be abandoned. So where is everybody?
You are incredibly powerful, I must say.
Ah!
No, that's an appropriate reaction, actually. Whenever something like this happens, and this kind of jump scare in a video game, I'm reminded of the video of that student, I think it's a student in a gorilla costume, jumping out of a bin and just getting punched immediately. You feel like a ghost-like presence as they step out in front of you after watching you from behind. Usually, you are really good at detecting people around you, but they completely took you by surprise. Something about them seems completely inhuman. You can't put a finger on what makes you feel this way. It's more of a gut feeling.
Just curious. What type of magic was that?
The Gathering.
Magic? Is that what I was doing?
You don't know about magic? That must have been your awakening then.
Oh god, no. Don't mention mages and awakening in the same sentence. I'm having World of Darkness flashbacks and I do not care for it. Too many rules. They begin to look flustered and fall silent for a moment. You can tell they are processing a lot of different thoughts, deciding on the best course of action. See, chat, the problem is, if I do visual novels, they give me time to think of jokes, rather than having to be constantly speaking and reacting to things. So, if you want me to do more visual novels on the channel, that's the trade-off. Also, this music is pretty cool.
Firstly, my name is Kusunohime. I'm the goddess of vegetation and am responsible for governing all life on Earth.
Okay, but why do you have a cross? I get it's the goth aesthetic, but why the cross?
Secondly, you have a lot to catch up on. I'm going to guide you to my sacred library to do so.
Lower in the dress, though. Kusunohime walked through the hallway behind you into a large corridor. They walk in a hurry, although you don't see any reason you have to be in one. You're just happy you aren't getting attacked or rained on. At this point, you will take what you can get. Is that all? Apparently, Flux. Apparently. You aren't going to ask any questions. Sweet library. Small domain, clearly. Yes, vegetation. Very tiny domain. Kusunohime walks over to the desk on the right side of the room. They grab a book from inside one of its drawers and then walk over to you.
Looks like your spiritual energy is low. You do not have much time left to remain in this world.
What a mood.
Before you return to where you came from, I want you to absorb the knowledge of this book I wrote.
Hit myself in the head with the book.
It will teach you the basics and we can go from there.
Kusunohime uses some sort of magic, and the book began to emit a strange light. Again, this isn't demo. I'm assuming all of these grammatical errors are going to be fixed in the final release. As you look into it, your vision fades away. You begin to have a flood of knowledge enter your brain. Oh, it's osmosis magic. Gotcha. Osmagic, if you will. When a world is first created, so is a place called the Spirit Realm. Although it exists in a separate dimension, it is connected to the life on its original planet. The gods and spirits of that world reside in the Spirit Realm, and they govern all aspects of it. The Spirit Realm for Earth used to be vibrant and full of life. That was until the Void arrived. Chat, we always need a good Void. The Void arrived to Earth's Spirit Realm around 2 years ago, shrouding it in darkness. With its arrival, it brought an army of evil spirits with it, which waged war with the divine. One by one, the gods of this world were captured and fed to the Void, being farmed for their spiritual energy. Actually, we're fixed at one point. We got a game-breaking error a few weeks ago to switch to an earlier version, so I'm to catch catch a bunch of typos a second time as we go. Oh no! I mean, hashtag just game design things, but oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. The only god who survived was Kusunohime, who went into hiding and assumed the role of all the gods in their absence. So, goddess of vegetation, asterisk, footnote, everything else. The Void is an evil spirit that has the power to travel to different spirit realms and consume that world's spiritual energy. Once it consumes enough energy in that planet's spirit realm, it then transports itself into the real world. This requires an incredible amount of energy and takes many years to do so. Once it happens, all life is instantly consumed. Once it sucks a planet dry, it moves on to the next in an endless cycle. The Void here on Earth is nearing completion, meaning that unless it is defeated, it will destroy all life on Earth in approximately 6 weeks. Actually, to be fair, like, you know, at least with game design development, you can fix the typos post-launch. I'm a freelance writer by trade, an independent TTRPG writer and stuff, and oh boy, also, I am an editor and proofreader, and it's so humiliating to have all of those credentials, put something out into the world, turn to the first page after it's been released officially, and find an error. So, all of which is to say, I know that pain. At least you can fix yours. The Void here on Earth is nearing... Oh, I read that. No planet that has ever been infected with the Void has survived or been able to destroy it.
As you can see, things are not looking good at all. But not all hope is lost.
Goddess of understatement right here.
I've been hiding in this underground secret base to analyze the Void and may have found a weak point.
Clearly it's the testicles.
If I can train you to use your power to its fullest capabilities, then it should be possible to take it out.
And I'm not, you know, I'm just pointing out, chat, that if there is any force that is going to consume everything around it, actively worsen the situation, and then kill everything else, it's probably male, therefore probably has testicles.
Why me? You seem like a pretty capable magic user yourself.
The truth is, I can't use any combat magic.
Not to say all
My
males have
specialty is
testicles,
in other areas.
but in this instance, I feel like it fits.
I don't think it makes me any less of a magician. I'm not insecure about it at all.
Your face says otherwise. Kusno looks very nervous for some reason. Probably best not to push the issue.
You are the only one left who can fight it. All the other spirits and gods who have tried have been consumed by the Void.
I see. So I should return here to train whenever I get the chance.
Give yourself time to recover. Being in this place as a human takes a toll on your body.
Which wasn't in a great place to begin with. I'm at 90% numbness.
If you want to maximize your training, come back once a week. At least in terms of time on your planet.
As Kusno says this, you notice parts of your body are starting to fade away. Oh, well that's just awkward.
Looks like your time here is up. Return in 1 week's time and we will begin our training.
Hey, that's how I feel whenever I'm streaming. I can just feel my brain fading away with every passing minute. Your vision fades away as you begin to drift between this place and another. Oh, falling again. That's a song, right? Was it by the Rasmus? That's... I guess this is a visual novel. Traditionally, there's a lot of saves. Return. Monday, August the 26th, 2004. As you awaken, your body feels like you ran a marathon in your sleep. Your head is pounding and your body is very slow to respond. The clock on the wall above you shows it is 8 in the morning. You must have slept here all night. You remember your incredibly strange dream. Or was it a dream? Well, it had to be, right? The couch you have awoken on is incredibly comfortable, which makes it hard to get up and get going. It sure is nice to wake up somewhere that isn't the ground. The pillows make it feel like you're floating in midair. You cannot stay here forever, though. Your destiny awaits you. Objects at rest tend to stay at rest. Hey, shout out to Isaac Newton. The only way to change that is an outside force. You push yourself up and get your day started. You wander into the living room, still foggy in the head from a very rough night. The lines between dreams and reality are barely real at this point. It feels like I'm floating around and watching myself from a third-person perspective. The game is self-aware. Everyone run, the singularity has occurred.
Good morning, little Miss Sunshine.
Samantha walked up behind you without your notice, causing you to jump back in surprise. Your sleepy thoughts got in the way of your senses.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to startle you. I was just checking up on you is all.
It's okay. I have just been really jumpy lately. It's not your fault.
Looks like the remedy had a very strong effect on you. Your side effects are a lot worse than mine were.
You could have warned me, Samantha.
Side effects? What are the side effects?
Just turns the flask around and it's just tiny black text, like size 5 font, covered the entire health label.
Well, the normal ones are minor muscle fatigue and drowsiness, but instead it knocked you out cold.
I had the strangest dream ever. Must have been the medicine at work then.
Hopefully, since the side effects were stronger, the medicine will be stronger as well.
Not necessarily how that works, but I can get behind the sentiment.
You will still have cravings, but they will go away as long as you take a dose once a week and stay off the pills.
Once a week, you say? Interesting. You nod in agreement to stay off the pills, but something still seems wrong. It feels like you are forgetting something important.
Oh shit! Today is my first day at work! I totally forgot!
Yeah, we're going to be late and get fired.
I gotta go. My shift starts in an hour, but if I run, I should be able to make it.
Oh no! Hurry up and get out of here then. Come back sometime next week for another dose.
Okay, is she a friend or a dealer? You give her a... Convenient time is convenient. It sure is. You give her a thumbs up and then rush out of the house. Samantha waves goodbye out of her front window. She remains very friendly towards you, even with your very odd behaviour. It seems she really does understand the pain you are going through. At least to an extent. You make a mental note to come back to her house next week. It won't be there. It will not be there. You are able to quickly run through the outskirts of town and into the city. Although your body is in immense pain, you push through to make it on time to the coffee shop. You were in shock you even got hired in the first place, given your horrific resume and lack of any good references. What a mood that is. There's a reason I stream and write. The pay is good enough to pay your apartment's rent, and you even make tips on top of that. If it wasn't for this job, you're most likely going to get evicted soon. Hey chat, I wonder what they sell. You make it to the coffee shop, appropriately named Coffee, with minutes to spare. Is that an antique coffee grinder behind the text box? Because that's pretty cool. The shade from the tall buildings nearby provides so much needed cooling. The summer heat is in much needed cooling. The summer heat is in full effect this time of year. I really should have done vocal warm-ups for this. Looking in the window, you see your reflection and are horrified. Yeah, that's generally my reaction when I see my reflection. It looks like you were hit by a truck and fell in a puddle of mud. You take a moment to fix your appearance up as best you can before walking in. As you enter the shop, the strong smell of fresh coffee fills your nostrils. The coffee shop is full of many different kinds of people, young and old, wealthy and poor. This environment is much different than when you were here for a job interview during after hours. You see an employee walk up to you from behind the cash register. Sweet hair, my person. He approaches you with a friendly, yet serious expression. You can tell he takes this job and this shop seriously. although you don't get the sense he's a serious person at heart. Hey, that's me! I take writing seriously, but I don't know, chat. I've been playing this for 45 minutes. Do you think I'm a serious person at heart? YouTube, let me know in the comments below. Seems to be more of a trait inherited by circumstance, rather than something that comes natural to him. Outside of his interesting personality, he is also pretty nice to look at. I didn't want to say it. Maybe that is why you're thinking about him so much.
Excuse me, miss. I just wanted to let you know that this is a safe space.
You look around for a moment and notice a number of homeless people with small cups of coffee. It seems like this place acts as a sort of safe haven for people that have fallen upon hard times. He must think you are coming here. He must think you are coming here to be. He must think you're coming here because you're one of them. I mean, I guess to be also works in a strange, slightly archaic way. Because you're one of them. Well, he isn't entirely wrong.
Sorry, I'm not homeless or anything. I'm actually a new employee. Today is my first day. I had a really rough night and had to run here to make it on time. But I am here and ready to work.
I apologize. It's just that... well, never mind, actually.
He's trying so hard not to be insulting. Bless him.
My name is Xavier. I actually was assigned to help you with your training today.
Nice to meet you. You can call me Princess.
You can tell this catches him off guard for a moment. It's clear that he is trying not to laugh in order to appear professional. It's also clear that he isn't doing a very good job of doing so. He begins to walk towards you with a newfound perception.
Princess? Really? How did you end up with a name like that?
Let's just say it's a nickname that was earned, not given. Ever since I was a kid, people have told me I'm really high maintenance, so they started calling me Princess. I'm not really a big fan of my birth name anyway, so it was bound to stick. Don't worry, I will be a low-maintenance employee and save my princess-like behavior for outside of work.
Oh, I wasn't worried. You can be as much of a princess as you want as long as you do your job well.
He says such nice things.
That reminds me, you should meet with Cassandra in the staff room. I'll show you where it is.
Has she been making prophecies? And should I ignore them? There's a classics joke. As you walk into the staff room, you immediately see a woman named Cassandra sitting at a table half asleep. It seems like you aren't the only sleep-deprived person in this coffee shop. It's a coffee shop. The odds are very good that a lot of people here will also be sleep-deprived. She is completely unaware of your entrance, but she also kind of looks at peace that way.
She has a bad habit of dozing off whenever she is on break in here. Don't hold it against her. And don't try to talk to her before her alarm goes off. Just trust me on that one.
Alright, there's a strange noise from outside. Xavier... Oh, just realised I'm not central in the webcam. Xavier has a fearful look on his face and makes no attempt to bother his manager during her break. Seems like he probably has experience trying to get her to wake up forcibly in the past. Judging from how he is acting right now, it is safe to assume that it did not go well at all.
Alrighty, time for me to get moving.
Just realised I forgot to move myself in the webcam. 1 second, chat. I can fix that. It's bothering me now I've noticed it. There we go. Jump scare! Blink, why would you do this I don't even have to look to know who did that. Why would you do this to me, Blink? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. The girl suddenly jolts awake after a few seconds of her alarm going off. Yeah, it's a jump scare alarm. It'll do that to you. Her energy is unmatched. No wonder she is the manager of this place. Energy, chat. That sounds fake. Sounds made up. Who'd have energy in this world? In this economy? Because it must spread chaos wherever I go. That's fair. You are conflicted. On one hand, it is rather responsible of her to set an alarm before dozing off. On the other, it seems unprofessional to sleep at work, especially as the manager. Although her first impression wasn't the greatest, she is defying my preconceived notions of her. Oop, accidental switch to the first person there.
You must be the new employee. My name is Cassandra. Nice to meet you.
Cassandra jumped up out of her sleepiness and brightened up immediately, showing off her infectious smile. She has a certain aura of positivity that seems to touch the hearts of those around her, including you. People like this usually annoy you, but since she is your boss, you choose to let it slide and keep an open mind. At least for now. It also helps that she is undeniably beautiful. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that everyone in this game is going to be hot.
Yes, she told me people usually call her princess, which she prefers.
3 times that first POV switch happens, and yes, it was also because of the version switch. I assumed that was the case, Radiant, but, you know. Thank you for pointing out for the YouTubes and the video-on-demand audiences who cannot see the chat.
Aw, that's so cute! Welcome to the coffee shop, Princess. I'm the manager here, so I'll be showing you the ropes today. Xavier, could you back out and cover the front? I will take it from here.
Literally, Xavier. Back out. Like, facing the staff room, walk backwards. Everyone will think it's funny. He sided out instead, so there's that, I guess. Xavier hurries back to the busy coffee shop after giving you and Cassandra a reassuring smile. As he leaves, Cassandra approaches you with a confident look on her face.
We are a bit understaffed, and the shop is busy, so a lot of your training will be learning while doing. Is that okay?
That works for me, I guess.
The best way to learn. Trial by fire.
Great! I'll teach you the basics of the cash register. That's where you'll start.
What happened to that dude who interviewed me? I think his name was Doug or something like that.
Oh, he dig.
Oh, him? Yeah, we had to fire him last week after we caught him stealing money from the cash register.
All that. That's worse than digging.
Your first lesson of training is to not be like Doug.
That's a life lesson right there, chat. Don't be like Duck Squirrel. There's an up joke for everyone in the audience. I'm on fire today.
I will teach you some more lessons on the cash register. Follow me.
Again, this is what happens with visual novels. Cassandra gives you a brief tutorial on how to work the register and the system of the coffee shop. It seems simple enough. First, you take the customer's order and write it on a slip, which gets hung up behind the counter. Then you punch in the total into the register and take the customer's payment as Xavier or Cassandra make the drink. Although trying to get some studying this morning, I wanted to pop and say hi before diving back into it. Well, thank you for the jump scare. Thank you for saying hi, Blink. Good luck with the studying.
All right. Are you ready, Miss Princess?
No, it's just Princess.
Yeah, I've worked the register at some of my past jobs. I feel pretty confident.
Miss Princess is my sister?
Be careful, though. Some of our customers can be very difficult and will get very angry if you mess up their order.
That's okay. Difficult customers aren't anything new to me either.
I've just noticed, you can't see the cursor because I find cursors distracting when watching videos, when watching streaming content. But there's a little green gem of it, a little green gem in the center of it, and it turns red when you click.
Perfect. I'll have you start with this customer. Don't be afraid to call me or Xavier over if you have any questions.
So I believe one of the backer tiers on the Kickstarter, currently active, follow the link in the video description, or the pinned comment on Twitch, and Moonbeam, or the Nightbot thing on Twitch, is to be a customer in the game. A difficult looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I
Or
get a
design
name for
one.
the order?
The name's Martha. Not that you would care. You got anything good here? I don't usually trust any coffee outside of my usual shops in the Bronx.
Well, you can take a look at the menu. I am here if you have any questions.
Martha looks very irritated as she glances over the menu momentarily. I don't like any of this liberal bullcrap. Just give me a coffee. New York style. Ah, I see. So with a bagel sticking out of it. Got it. 5 shots of espresso. Oh, this lady's gonna die. Hold the milk and then give me some cream of whip on the side with some espresso beans that are also on the side. Actually, could I do whole milk? And actually, 5 seems like a lot. Let me just do 4. Also, I decided I want the milk on the side as well. Actually, no milk, please. It only makes my stomach hurt. Alright, time to write down the order. What was on the side? Whipped cream and espresso beans. No milk. 4.
All right, I will have that coffee ready for you shortly.
Let's see if my short-term memory is good enough at this time of day, chat. You begin to help out the other customers in line as Xavier creates the complicated order from Martha. After Xavier finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. Did I get it right? It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day is officially ruined. I did not get it right. Just saying earlier, some people that consume that much espresso hate themselves. Martha asks for the manager and you direct them to Cassandra. They begin to scream at her for a solid 10 minutes straight as she smiles and apologizes repeatedly. You pretend not to notice and continue assisting other customers. I don't stream to use my brain. A difficult-looking customer approaches. You think I got it right? Oh, Flux, no doubt that it's always gonna... Martha is the new Karen. Deep lore confirmed. A difficult-looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
Reminds me, I need to find some key art for this to use as the YouTube thumbnail. Greg. I need something strong today. I just got done with a 17-hour unpaid shift with my blue-collar brothers in arms.
Well, you can take a look at the menu. I am here if you have any questions.
Greg begins to grip his belt and squint at the menu with a confused look on his face. What in the goddamn hell is an Americano? I swear this country is going to hell with all this European bullshit. Everyone calls Martha Karen, including us. Hey, I'm just jumping on that bandwagon. Let me just get a dark roast with some hazelnut creamer, 3 packs of sugar on the side. Actually, ordering creamer that has nuts in it sounds kind of gay. My guy, you're in the wrong game for that. Let me just do half and half instead. You know what? Screw it. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little fruitcake as long as you voted for Bush. You could be gay as long as you voted for a Republican. Fine. Let me get hazelnut, but this time make it an extra dark roast. Add another pack of sugar on the side. Right, time to write down the order. So, it was hazelnut. Extra dark roast. 4 packs of sugar?
Thank you for your business. I'll get to making that coffee right away.
You begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Greg. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. I wonder if the name is randomly determined, and that's why it says they. Well done. You actually got my order right. Success. I don't have time to unpack all the political challenges in that viewpoint. Hey, that's what we're here for, right? No milk toast politics on this channel. Greg hands you a $5... Centrism is not a position. Greg hands you a $5 bill and walks off with a smile on their face. You pocket it while Xavier and Cassandra aren't looking and continue assisting other customers. Oh, just straight up honest about that, huh? A difficult-looking customer approaches.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
My name is Holly. I'm in a big hurry to get to a meeting, so can we please make this quick? Terry texted me his coffee order and asked me to pick it up, so let me see what he said. Holly pulls out her cell phone from a holster in her belt and flips it open. Ah, she's a PA. Rip her. She begins to push buttons extremely slowly until she finally reaches the screen she wants. Then she opens her purse and begins rummaging around for her reading glasses. After a few minutes, she finally finds them and begins to read out the order. Okay, so Terry said he wants a chocolate lavender macchiato with 3 extra shots of espresso. Oh, wait. He actually texted me to also include the fact he wants caramel drizzle on the left side of the cup. Sorry, he just texted again. Said actually he doesn't want it on the left side of the cup or the top. He wants it in the bottom. Chocolate lavender. I wasn't keeping track of shots of espresso. 3. I don't know. Right.
Thank you for your business. I'll get to making that coffee right away.
Bamboozled by chocolate lavender macchiato. If I were a coffee drinker, I'm sure that would be delicious. But alas, coffee hates me. I'm caffeine intolerant, chat. Don't tell anyone. You begin to help out other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Holly. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day is officially ruined. Okay, so it was just the espresso shots I got wrong. Oh yes, so the manager, you direct them to Cassandra. They've been screaming at her for a solid... Oh, it's the same text. Today felt like one of the longest shifts you have ever worked. The customers kept coming at all hours of the day. Before you know it, the shop was closing for the day. You help Cassandra and Xavier with closing duties as the evening sun beams in through the windows. Hey, here's a fun fact, chat. I've never worked in a coffee shop, can you tell? I've never had a person-facing job because I've had 3 jobs. Eventually, they tell you to go home and congratulate you on an awesome first day. I got 1 out of 3. I'll take it. And the $5 drug money. You use the last of your strength to walk home after a long day of work. Usually you wouldn't stop and stare at your apartment building, but after so many near-death experiences, you weren't sure if you would ever see it again. After everything you've been through in the last 24 hours, to say you are exhausted is an understatement. Well, happily here at twitch.tv/ConradBubbles, we thrive on understatements. Nothing sounds better than being able to wash up and relax in the comfort of your own home. You walk inside and are greeted with the same boring, bare-bones interior decoration as always. Maybe when you fix your financial situation, you'll finally get around to decorating this place. However, a part of you enjoys the simplicity of its current state. It's like a blank canvas with so many exciting possibilities. Well, no use thinking about it now. Time to wash up and get some much needed sleep. Got to sleep, chat. Sleeping and hydration, 2 very important things. Okay, it's a very cute bedroom though. Hey, I found the purse. It's in the background. For a moment there, I thought it was the lament configuration on the top shelf, and I got very concerned about the game I was playing. After showering and putting on your pajamas, the sun has set completely. The darkness of the night feels comfortable now that you are able to rest easy in a familiar place. You climb into bed and get ready for another day of work tomorrow. Every time that screen flashes up, I resist the urge to quote the chorus of Numb by Linkin Park. Tuesday, August 27th, 2004. Hey, that's exactly 11 years ago.
Alright, I should get going. I need to head to work soon.
I dig the tiny cactus. You climb out of bed and are greeted by the bright morning sun shining through your window. The new day brings you a new sense of renewed optimism about life. Now that you finally have hope for sobriety, it feels almost like a new person. You head on over to coffee for another shift. The Jefferson City downtown is busy with adults heading to work and children heading to school. Arguably also work. Everyone is headed somewhere where they don't really want to be. But that's just how life is. Chad, do you not want to be here with me? I'm sorry for being an inconvenience. If you let the negative thoughts get you down, you would just rot in bed all day, every day. Sometimes it's worth it to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Every day for me. You return to a place you only left a short while ago. Yep, I'm told that's what working life is about. The morning sun shines on the tinted windows and reflects the city. Who knows how many customers you'll have today, although it isn't too busy outside. I caught the scroll wheel, I do apologise. It isn't too busy outside. As you walk inside, you see only 2 customers. Looks as if business is much slower than it was at this time yesterday. You look around, and then you notice someone familiar. Oh, he's hot. That's a problem. I'm in danger. Xavier is cleaning some tables in the corner of the shop where nobody is sitting. You can tell he has been working hard because of how intense his focus on the task is. His dedication is admirable. It seems like he genuinely enjoys the task of cleaning. That says a lot about a person. They're dedicated, loyal, and trustworthy, at least in your opinion. You debate on whether or not to talk to him. He seems like he is really in the zone right now. We let him vibe. You choose to just let him relax and do what he loves. Looking at him from a distance has its own charm to it. Let's objectify Xavier for a moment. The moment's over. You can see his muscles... Oh, the moment continues. You can see his muscles bulge through his flannel as he forcefully cleans the countertops. A bit of sweat drops down his brow, but that doesn't seem to bother him. He's focused on the task at hand. After staring for a little bit, you decide to head to Cassandra. She will think you're late to work if you keep her waiting too long. As you approach the staff room entrance behind the bar, you spot Cassandra walking out of it. She heads towards you looking as friendly as always.
Hey, Princess. You got here right on time. As you can see, we're a little slow today. Tuesdays and Thursdays are always like this, but that makes it the perfect time to clean.
Because everyone hates Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're the interstitial days between the beginning and the end of the week and whatever happens in the middle.
I pulled up a list of tasks on the laptop in the staff room. Go pick one and get started on it.
A part of you naturally wants to talk back at people who give you orders. I feel that deep in my soul, but you refrain from doing so. For one, this job actually seems pretty chill. Nothing you've been asked to do seems unreasonable. Also, something about Cassandra makes you actually enjoy getting bossed around by her. Oh, Princess is at least a switch confirmed. Some explicit scenes with her in a powerful position. At that joke, it wrote itself. Over you run through your brain, but you ignore those thoughts before you get too worked up. Thirsty game is thirsty. Cleaning task. Deep clean the dishes. Not just clean, chat. Deep clean. Throw them into the Laurentian abyss. There was something about Xavier, but I was too busy making a joke. I apologize. Can I? Aha! P.S. for Princess, I wrote me and Xavier's numbers down in case you need to call in or hang outside of work. Up to you. Looks like you have the choice of either cleaning dishes or wiping down the windows. There is a note with 2 phone numbers attached to the side of the computer. These must be Cassandra and Xavier's phone numbers. You take it and put it inside of your bra for safekeeping.
All right. What tasks should I do today?
Dishes. People might see me if I'm at the window. You walk over to the coffee bar and get started with cleaning the dishes. Because of the crazy busy day yesterday, you knew this would not be an easy task. However, it was even worse than you imagined. The dirty dishes seemed endless. Scrubbing dirty cup after dirty cup was extremely boring, but you eventually finished them up. After cleaning all morning, you look around for Cassandra to ask what else you could do to help. You notice only one customer in the shop. That's even slower than it was this morning. The only employee still in the shop seems to be you and Cassandra, who is standing behind the counter. She notices you looking for her and walks over to talk to you.
Thanks for cleaning today. You were a big help. You can leave now. This place isn't going to get any busier, so I can handle it alone for the rest of the day. Oh, by the way, did you write down me and Xavier's phone numbers on the staff computer?
Shoved it in my bra for safekeeping. Those of you who are new here, I do experience muscle tics, spasms, whatever you want to call them, which does mean sometimes I click involuntarily with the mouse.
Yes, I got them. I don't have a cell phone right now, but I can call from my landline at home if I need anything.
Sounds good. Don't be afraid to give us a ring if you want to hang out. We are a tight-knit family here at Coffee.
How tight-knit are we talking, Cassandra?
We have another busy day tomorrow, though, so be here and ready to go by 7.
Don't worry, Cassandra. I won't disappoint you.
Music is such a bop. You give Cassandra a confident-looking grin and a thumbs up which seems to amuse her. Her eyes sparkle as she lets out a laugh at your corny response. Ha ha ha! She seems to really enjoy talking to you, but it is hard to tell if she treats everyone this way, or if she's being extra nice to you in particular. Oh, there's the imposter syndrome. The self-doubt. I feel that. As you walk home, you observe the hustle and bustle of the city. Hey, Not since I played No Longer Home have I felt so personally attacked by a video game. Everyone seems to be heading out to grab lunch and then return to their desk job. It's a really weird feeling to already be done with work at this point in the day. Suddenly you realise something. Why are you heading home? The more you think about it, sitting in your apartment alone really doesn't seem all that appealing. All you are going to do is think about taking pills and eat the little amount of food in your fridge. Maybe it would be better to do something fun around town? You try and think of a fun activity you can do that doesn't cost money. Parks, galleries, museums, the library. Park! Touch grass, as the internet says. After walking to the park, you are entranced with the sounds of nature. Taking a seat at a bench, you decide to take it all in for a moment. The birds chat in the trees as kids play around in the grass fields. You feel the wind blowing your hair side to side as it switches directions. As you people watch, you see someone wave in your direction. I'm just going to save how that was an intentional right click. You awkwardly turn around to see if they could be looking at someone behind you, but nobody is nearby. They begin to approach you. As they do, you begin to recognize them from your past.
Princess! Wow, I never thought I would run into you here of all places. Do you still go by that name? I remember you getting mad when I called you your real name once.
Clever.
Yeah, I still prefer not to be called that. Princess is just fine. I'm sorry to ask this, but what was your name again?
Oh, that's no problem. It's Jane. I wouldn't have expected you to remember that. We hardly knew each other back then.
Her name begins to uncover some forgotten memories stored in the back of your head. You remember her from your high school. She was a grade above you and was in the marching band and science club. Needless to say, she wasn't exactly Miss Popular. However, you remember her being well liked by her peers.
Well, I actually just graduated from Virginia University. I got a job here as a junior environmental scientist.
Hey, I know a goddess who would love to speak to you about the environment.
I've only lived here for a month, but I've enjoyed it so far. What about you? I had no idea where you went after you dropped out. There were a lot of rumors.
Yeah, I figured. Well, here I am. I wouldn't say I'm thriving by any means, but I'm surviving.
Well, I can't imagine how hard it must have been to live on your own at only 16. You are very brave.
Legal emancipation, or... Even though you only spoke a couple of times before this, Jane seems to genuinely care about your well-being. This is hard for you to process. It is crazy to think about how different your lives have turned out. She could have easily just written you off, pretended she didn't know who you were, but she went out of her way to speak with you. The other shocking thing is the way her appearance has changed. She was always cute. However, you notice two important things that have developed significantly in the past 5 years.
I'm
Pigtails,
sorry,
right?
I'm
What's up,
actually on the
pigtails?
job right now, so I can't chat for much longer. Could you write your number down for me? I'll try and call you so we can find a day to get properly reacquainted.
Don't have a mobile phone, but you can ring my landline.
Sure, I don't have a cell phone right now, but I can give you my landline.
Jane pulls out a small journal and writes your number down. You notice how it is organised with tabs and colour-coded. It suits her personality. Her handwriting is very elegant and legible. It looks more like the writing of an author rather than a scientist. Okay, I'm going to have a real talk with you for a moment right now. I'm a writer. I technically am an author. I'm published. Both self and in an anthology. No writer I know has elegant, legible handwriting, okay? It's just not a thing that happens.
Thanks, Princess. I hope we can hang out soon.
Life sure is strange sometimes. So the game says. You sit and enjoy the park for a while longer, until heading back to your apartment. Hell yeah. 75% numb. We are numb, but without the B. which amusingly is still pronounced nom. After getting home, after catching up with Jane, and relax for a while. After getting home, after catching up with Jane, you relax for a while in your living room. You eat some leftovers from your fridge and ponder what you should do this evening. Ponder the orb. There is still a good amount of time until you usually go to bed, and you still have a fair amount of energy.
I should give someone a call and see if they want to hang out.
You consider your options. Not that there are that many. Many friends have come and gone throughout your years in the city. You exchanged numbers with Jane today, but you also don't want to call them this soon and seem desperate. Your best bet is to either call Xavier or Cassandra. They said they'll be down to hang sometime. Okay, but who's this? I'm circling the silhouette on the left. You can't see the cursor. My bad. Xavier! After thinking it over, you decide to give Xavier a call. You remember his number from the note in the coffee shop's laptop. It somehow stuck around in your memory. Perhaps for a reason?
Hey, it's me. I was wondering if you were available tonight to hang out.
Princess? I was hoping you would call. Yeah, let's hang. Here, write down my address. You can come game with me in my dorm if you want.
Xavier's a gamer?
That sounds fun, actually.
Of course he is.
I'll get ready and head over.
What legally distinct game are we playing today, Xavier? You find a pencil and paper and write down the address of his dorm building. Next, you find your trusty map of the city and sketch out your route. You can't help but wonder if someone will invent something in the future to make this process far easier. Yeah, right, chat. We're in 2004. However, I still use a paper map. When I can. I just prefer it. Actually, I do need to do this later today. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Gender clinic hype? Probably not. Directions are complicated as fuck. After relaxing for a bit and getting ready, you head out to the University of Jefferson. The fresh night sky is surprisingly cheerful as compared to the darkness of the late night. You know, if I was smart, I would have saved at that decision point and we could have played out all of the other side of things.
That...
I'm smart enough to remember I can scroll back through the game. Right. Oh.
I should give some... Hey!
Prince, here.
That sounds...
Aha! I've gamed the game. Just if this is the end of the demo, I'll get another chance to hang out with Cassandra. Oh, cool. Then I don't need to. It's just like, if this is the end of the demo, why would I not, you know, see the other hangout? The fresh night sky is surprisingly cheerful as compared to the darkness of the late night. Light bounces around the streets as the moon shines down. You can't help but feel cheerful as you stride through the city. You do like a good nighttime walk. After getting a little lost walking around campus, you eventually make it to the northwest dorm building. Who would have thought it would be in the southeastern part of campus? I certainly wouldn't have. Must be a traditional American thing. Naming shit even if it makes no sense, and being like, deal with it. After pondering what it means to be a citizen of a flawed country, you head inside the dorm building. Oh, he's got
Hey,
muscles.
this dorm is actually really clean.
As you walk into Xavier's dorm room, you can't help but be shocked at how well maintained it is. And by it, I mean his arms. Boys in college usually have disgusting dorm rooms. If you're lucky, they wash their bed sheets once a year. Chat, I completely meant to wash clothes before I started the stream. Gosh dang it. But this one is the cleanest you have ever seen by far.
Well, I don't just clean at coffee, you know? It's like therapy to me.
What a mood that is.
Whenever I start thinking about the future too much, or how I'm gonna afford tuition here, I clean.
He stress cleans. I feel that.
It helps take my mind off things. What about you? What do you do?
Don't say drugs, don't say drugs, don't say drugs. Feel like we should tell the truth, however.
Really? I didn't know you were one of those people.
Dude, we've had one conversation.
I don't mind partying every now and then. but I will never do drugs, so don't try and pressure me.
You awkwardly avoid eye contact for a little bit before continuing the conversation. It seems like he isn't a big fan of drugs for some reason.
So, do you want to try out this new retro game system I got?
Cool.
I found it in my childhood bedroom while I was home over summer.
You nod enthusiastically to show you want to try it out. He gets the message and begins to set up the game.
Alright, this game is called Super Landlord Simulator. I will be the landlord and you could be the property manager.
Oh! There's a Yakuza 0 joke in there somewhere. The title screen shows an apartment complex that looks really run down. Maybe it should just walk away. It's called University Heights. Looks like these are student apartments. Also, he's getting really into a game called Super Landlord Simulator. The property manager character looks like he has a large magnifying glass and is searching through every apartment very intently, looking for fees he can charge the tenants. The landlord is sitting in his office, rubbing his hands and laughing evilly.
Wow, that is shockingly realistic. How do I play?
It will give you a tutorial once I press start. Speaking of, let's get started.
The game shows you the ropes with a brief screen that shows the controls, and then thrusts you right into the game. You struggle to pick it up at first, but eventually you get the hang of things. Retro games are really unforgiving towards new players. Could have just stopped at really unforgiving. You've reached a critical point in the game. Some college kids have just moved out. They were all out-of-state students, so they are long gone and cannot physically confront you. They did a great job of cleaning everything and moving out while following all the rules. However, you notice that the sink that was leaking when they moved in is still leaking. What should you do? Leave it! You decide to leave it for the next tenant. Unfortunately, you get hit with a score decrease, but Xavier doesn't seem to react at all. He probably is just being nice because he knows you haven't played this game before. After playing for a while longer, you finally reach the end and your score is displayed on the screen.
Whoa, nice job! You did really well, especially considering it's your first time playing.
So I think I mentioned this before on stream. The student house I moved into after I left dorms had a hole in the roof, and we knew about it before we moved in, and the landlord said that he would fix it. Guess what he didn't do the entire 2 years I was in that house? When it did leak, he just stapled plastic sheeting over, like, beneath the hole and over the floor, over the joists in the attic where it was coming to my bedroom.
Once I figured out the basics, I started doing better. I used to be a big gamer in high school. Do you want to play again?
Sure, why not?
Can we swap now? Can I be the landlord? You and Xavier continue playing games late into the night. Time flies as you have so much fun. You almost forgot you have work tomorrow. After heading home to catch some last-second sleep, you think about your relationship with Xavier. So many exciting adventures await with him, it fills you with happiness. Current state, manageable. Be unmanageable, chat. Be like my cat. Wednesday, August 28th, 2004. August 2004. 04? 2004. There we are. Still keep thinking it's the lament configuration. You wake up bright and early at 6 AM. No need to dilly-dally. You decide to get ready and head to work. You enjoy walking through the city in the early morning. The usual busy streets have only a few early morning commuters. Shops are opening for business and preparing for the rush of people grabbing something on the way to work. It's like the calm before the storm. Or, as the immortal typo and epic meme posits, the clam before the storm. Guess work's closed, can't go to work, better go to bed. As you approach the door to coffee, you notice that it is not even opened yet. You decide you did get here a bit early, but you did not expect to be the first one. Just as you think that, you hear someone walking towards you from the alleyway.
Good morning, Princess.
Good morning.
Hope you weren't waiting out here too long. I was just taking care of some stuff in the back.
Cassandra sleepily moves toward the metal door cover, pulling out a set of keys to unlock it. It seems like she is not nearly as energetic when it's early in the morning. That's perfectly understandable, especially if she had to be here even earlier than you. You enter the shop and are surprised to see everything set up already. Cassandra must work hard to be able to do all the opening tasks by herself.
We're going to start getting a lot of customers soon, so you should get on the register. I still have some other things to take care of.
Cassandra heads to the staff room as you head over to the cash register to prepare for the wave of customers. Just as you do that, you hear the entrance door open. A difficult-looking customer approaches. Oh, is it Martha?
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
Me, Brad. You, Jane. Me like coffee. Cookie Monster, is that you? Brad takes one of the to-go menus and looks at it with a blank expression on his face. You notice that his eyes are bloodshot red, and he also has a syringe stuck in his arm, dangling around like a dog wagging its tail. Brad, hungry. Brad, so hungry. Brad puts the menu in his mouth and begins to chew on it. Brad want black roast. Brad want big coffee in small cup. Coffee big. Brad big. Brad want biscuit. Brad stops chewing on the menu. This must be a sign that his order is complete. Okay. He wants a big drink in a small cup. Dark biscuit, I think.
Thank you for your business. I'll get to making that coffee right away.
You begin to help out the other customers in line as Cassandra creates the complicated order from Brad. After Cassandra finishes the order, they give it to you and call out the order number. Well done. You actually got my order right. Brad hands you a $5 bill, walks off with a smile on their face. You pocket it while Xavier and Cassandra aren't looking, and continue assisting other customers. So, here's the thing, chat. If you intentionally suck at the coffee order side of things, maybe you can force her to go cold turkey and quit the addiction that way.
Welcome to coffee. Can I get a name for the order?
Brad escaped from the veterinarian office. Why is that suspenseful, Pixis? Hello, my name is Harrison, but I prefer to be called by my spiritual name. Oh, hang on. Of Dr. Jat Sharvanius Yith Ilikli Kellington IV. I shall take a look at your wares. I shall take a look at the inside of a padded room, my guy. Harrison takes out a strange-looking monocle and begins to survey the menu through it. Preposterous! This menu has no class, no style, nothing. I mean, it's got coffee. It's got coffee. I refuse to stoop so low as to choose one of these horrendous options. Instead, I shall have you, my humble servant and slave of my command, choose a small drink for me. It must be dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, and have no GMO products or any unnatural ingredients. So it's a small drink that's very boring. Make sure to pick a drink with class as well. I don't want to be mistaken for a commoner. Harrison crosses his arms and waits for you to come up with an order for him. Okay, but I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm pretty sure Americano is just espresso and milk. A latte is, Americano is an espresso and normal milk. A latte, I think, is espresso and steamed milk. Cappuccino, I believe, has chocolate in it. No, that's a mocha. I don't know what a cortado is. He's getting a cortado with almond milk and small, because small makes it fancy.
Thank you for your business.
Sorry, classy. Harrison, that is very stupid, but humans have been engaging in genetic manipulation for millennia. Yup. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to... Cortado. Wikipedia. please. Spanish beverage consisting of espresso mixed with roughly equal amount of warm milk to reduce the acidity. Oh, so it's a really small drink. Cool. I win. I told you, chat. The smaller it is, the classier it is. Well done. You actually got my order right. Harrison the Oh, right. It's the same text every time. Oh boy. Okay,
Welcome
hit me
to
up with that
coffee.
difficult looking customer.
Can I get a name for the order?
A gaudy lady with a very annoying small dog in her oversized purse walks up to the counter to order. You would point out the sign that says no pets allowed that was on the front door. But she looks highly problematic, so it would probably only cause more issues. Hey girlie, I'm Pamela, and it's my little girl sweetheart. She's super well behaved, so don't worry about her. Let me look, see what you got here. The dog barking is starting to drive you absolutely insane, but you keep your customer service smile going. You also wonder why every problematic customer introduces themselves to you. Does that mean they are all regulars? Which means they are coming back? You have to see them again? Oh no. Okay, I'll get a tall iced coffee with half and half and 4 pints of vanilla syrup. I'm doing a deliberately fake accent here, by the way. I've not had any dialect coach. This just, you know, this bitch kind of thing. Tall iced coffee, half and half, 4 pumps of vanilla syrup. Oh, whoops, this isn't Starbucks, my bad. I IDK what tall is with normal drink sizes, but you can figure that out. Oh, I also want a little cream on the side for my pup. Sure, you can have a puppuccino. I think it was latte. I don't know. Large.
Thank you for your business. I'll get to make.
It's wrong. It's all wrong. My day's officially ruined. Ask me if I care, Pamela. I've got 2 out of 3 orders right so far. And me, Ryan, I have no personal interest in working in a coffee shop at any point, so I'm sure it's fine. As the rush of just the one customer continuously rushing into the coffee shop, I know that'll be fixed. The image is hilarious. As someone who doesn't have a visual imagination and finds it very difficult to visualize things. As the rush of customers finally ends, you take a look around. Looks like it's already evening again. The nice part of working a busy shift is that the time goes by incredibly fast. The bad part is that you are completely exhausted. After finishing up your closing tasks... Yeah, I really did say IDGAF, Pamela. I will talk back to my video games. After finishing up your closing tasks, you say goodbye to Cassandra and Xavier and head home. Oh, by the way, Radiant, not that not that you very likely will, but if you want to clip any of this video for social media, that's completely fine. You have my blessing and permission, although I think it's already turned on automatically on YouTube anyway for the people making highlights of the video. After showering and eating dinner, you still have a bit of energy before going to sleep. Well, actually, not really, but you will be damned if you go an entire day without doing anything for yourself. This forces you to will the energy into existence. Oh, sweet skincare.
My skin is feeling super dry right now. I should do my skincare routine.
You take your products and lotions out of the bathroom and begin to lather yourself. Moisturizing your skin helps you feel like a whole new person. All of the negativity is covered up and rejuvenated by the various products on your skin. You fall asleep feeling clean, fresh, and relaxed. Gonna say. Please, thank you. Thursday, August 29th, 2004. So Thursday is another slow day, I believe. At the coffee shop. You wake up around 8 AM. Luckily, your shift doesn't start as early today. It's really nice to be able to wake up before your alarm goes off. After getting ready and eating a small breakfast, you head out to go to work. See, the problem with being me and having my autistic hyper-focus on game design is that while I've been playing this, I've been noodling away at a Caltrop core version of the magical girl transformation side of things. And I think I could do it. And I hate that because I'm trying to enjoy the game. And I am enjoying the demo, but I'm trying to enjoy it, you know, without being distracted by other things. You walk quickly through downtown and arrive at the coffee shop. It's hard to tell whether the shop is open or not because of how little people are inside. How few people are inside. Xavier looks like he's dying of boredom standing behind the register. You decide to head inside before he notices you staring at him. As you walk in, you say hello to Xavier and an old man slowly sipping his coffee in the corner. You look around only to notice that he is the only customer in the shop right now. With Xavier at the register, you decide to go in the staff lounge and see if there are any tasks that need to be done. Oh no, Hottie McCutes is asleep again. Looks like Cassandra is taking an early break, probably because of how little there is to do right now. I mean, Princess has already seemed like there is something to be done right now. Hence Princess. You can't tell if she is sleep deprived or just a very sleepy person in general. Even though her eyes are open, you can tell that her mind is elsewhere, especially because she hasn't noticed you at all. You decide to quietly walk over to the computer and see what tasks are available. Mop floor, check inventory. You sneak out of the staff lounge just in case Cassandra's alarm goes off and she wakes up. It would be bad if she thought you were watching her sleep.
Alright, what tasks should I do today?
No matter how badly you want to. We're checking the inventory. Xavier can do the cleaning. He finds it relaxing. You know, when he's not behind the counter. You pick up the checklist from the supply closet and begin doing inventory on all the supplies behind the coffee bar. Even though this seemed like an easy task, you quickly realise it would be much tougher than you expected. You have to count so many things. Cups, espresso, coffee beans, syrups. Okay, this is probably me just not being either American or a coffee drinker. Why is espresso listed separately? Does that mean like the coffee pods? But if this is a coffee shop with coffee beans, so they're not making it fresh? I'm going down a rabbit hole here and I'm just going to shut up about the whole thing. The amount of supplies needed to run a coffee shop is truly astounding. You are able to finish the inventory eventually, but you developed a headache in the process. This coffee shop needs 2 cats? Absolutely. Just add the cats to the art. That's fine. Oh no, we went numb from doing work. After completing your cleaning task, you decided to take your lunch break. You ate some leftover pastries which were close to expiring, and went on a walk around the block. This seemed like a good habit to get into. It helps you digest your food and get out of the coffee shop for a little bit. However, your break is nearly over. Time to return to your post, also to hydrate. Looks like nothing much has changed. The shop still seems to be slow on business. You look around and do not see Cassandra anywhere. She must still be working on some stuff in the staff room. Yeah, counting sheep, am I right, chat? That may be giving her too much credit. She's probably just nodding off while pretending to look busy.
Hey, Princess. Cassandra told me that you can leave now. I'm going to leave soon myself, but I still have a few things to take care of.
Well then, guess I should head home.
Enjoy mopping. I left it for you to do because I know how much you like cleaning things. Okay, bye.
See you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Have a good rest of your day.
That was the inflection on the end of the word day there was very close to making it an interrogative instead of an exclamation. An exclamatory, sorry. You begin to walk toward the direction of your apartment. Not in it, towards it. However, you begin to have second thoughts, much like the last time you got out of work early. I already visited the park. Perhaps I should take a walk around the city. Time to meet someone else. Now seems like as good a time. As good a time as any. After walking around town for a while, you wander into an upscaled convenience store. Usually you like to grab a snack and sit at a table and people watch through the large windows. Today you kinda just wandered in here on a whim. you already ate some leftover pastries at the coffee shop. It has been a while since you have been here, though. The only reason you came here before was because it was close to your previous job. As you walk up and down the aisles, looking at the new items they have, you notice something. A man is looking at you through the corner of his eye. Once he sees you notice this, he begins to approach.
What's a fine lady like you doing here all by yourself?
I'm getting a little strong, but please continue.
First of all, that has got to be one of the worst pickup lines I have ever heard. Second of all, I'm shopping for groceries. Is that really so strange to do alone?
Okay, you got me. That was a super lame line. I just couldn't think of anything better to say.
At least he's honest.
The name's Felix. Let's just start this conversation over again and pretend I wasn't being a creep.
Your harsh words didn't even... Let's start that sentence again. Your harsh words didn't even seem to face him in the slightest. You can't help but be impressed. Most men throw up the white flag and retreat immediately when you extend your claws. Metaphorically, of course. However, he's different, which means either he's a complete bonehead, or his confidence is just on another level. Probably some mix of both of those things.
Okay, I guess I'll give you one redo. Try asking a more normal question this time.
Okay, what is your name? How long have you been in the city?
Sir, that's 2 questions. Please leave.
People call me Princess. I ran away from home when I was 16 and moved here. So I guess I've been here for 5 years now? Time started flying as soon as I left my hometown. Probably just because I've been focused on making it to tomorrow.
Oh, wow. I actually had a pretty similar experience. My folks kicked me out at 17. I worked a bunch of odd jobs until I got my current gig as a bartender.
Oh no, we have shared trauma. Also, I've just noticed the strawberry Pocky in the background that's called Toki. And now, as ever when I see Pocky in any media, I really want Pocky.
I haven't talked to him ever since. Is it the same way with you?
Just gonna have to invoice Wackle Studios for this Pocky habit.
My dad tries to get in touch with me every now and then, but it's never for anything good. I was never really close with my family anyway.
You and Felix stand in silence, reflecting upon your pasts. Although your initial judgment of him was that he was just another creepy dude, it seems that there is a lot more to him. He is very handsome and confident, but on the inside he is probably hurting just as bad as you are.
Sorry if I made it weird again. I have a habit of doing that, if you couldn't tell. If you give me your number, I can give you a call to hang out sometime.
The problem with these Thirsty Games chat is I'm reaching the age where it's not technically the done thing for me to be playing them, at least on stream, and there aren't that many, like, between, like, mid-20s and 40-year-olds Thirsty Games.
Third time's the charm, they say. I just need one more chance, and I promise to be as normal as possible.
Well, I don't usually do this, but you seem innocent enough. Fine. I'll write my number down. Don't text me, though. It's a landline. I don't have a cell phone right now.
Question. Here in the UK, that's really easy to tell based on the way the phone number... based on the phone number itself, you could tell if it's a landline or a mobile number. Is that not the same in the States? You write down your number on a receipt in Felix's pocket.
Thanks! I promise you won't regret this.
I mean, I get that it's, it's nice to let someone know. That's weird. Yeah, so here in the UK, all of our landline numbers start with an area code, which I think it's 5 digits. So every telephone number in like a geographical area will start those same 5 digits. Or 6 digits, I think it is actually. It's been so long since I rang a landline. And then mobile numbers just start like 07 or 07, and then it goes from there. And they're also usually, if you asked me to write a landline number down, I would separate the geographical code from the rest of the number, whereas a mobile number, I'd just write it all in one string. So that's cool. Learning. Today I learned. Overjoyed, he flashes you a smile and then prances out of the store like a schoolgirl. You can't help but be flattered and how happy he was to get your phone number. Only time will tell what his intentions with you are, but he seems much different than the usual creeps who hit on you. Yeah, I mean, the last one stole my purse, phone, wallet, and gave me spiked drugs. It wouldn't be fair if you didn't at least give him a chance. After walking around for a bit longer and people watching out of the window, you decide to head back to your apartment. Oh, personal best. We're at 50% numbness. Now we're at N. After getting home, after catching up with Felix and relaxing for a while in your living room, you heat up some frozen food from your freezer and ponder what you should do this evening. As you do this, you think about visiting one of your friends.
I should give someone a call and see if they want to hang out.
Cassandra! After thinking it over, you decide to give Cassandra a call. You remember her number from the note in the coffee shop's laptop. It's somehow stuck in your memory, perhaps for a reason.
Hey, Cassandra, this is Princess. So remember when you said I could call you to hang out?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm so glad you finally did.
You know how busy I've been.
I'm actually headed to the West Side Bowling Alley. Do you want to meet me there?
Yeah, sure. That's actually pretty close to where I live.
That works great then. I'll be there in around 20.
It's been a while since you've gone bowling, but you remember being better than you expected. The bowling alley is only a 10-minute walk from here, so you have some time to relax. There's another Yakuza 0 joke. Both of these hangouts have Yakuza 0 jokes about them. It would be better for her to get there first. You don't have enough money to pay for a whole lane yourself. After relaxing for a bit and getting ready, you head out to the West Side Bowling Alley. You walk through some side streets to take the shortest route to the bowling alley. It hurts your soul to see the nice neighborhoods with happy families living lives of luxury. A luxury you likely would never be able to afford. Don't come at me like that, game, just because I have no regular income. Perhaps you're being too nihilistic about the future. There is still time to turn your life around. The family store. It's where you buy a family from. After a short walk, you arrive in the historic district. A lot of the nightlife activities that existed in Jefferson City happened here. Not that there were all that many. It was one of the few areas that has bars, clubs, and some late-night food places. Yeah, chat, we're nearly 2 hours in. I'm aware that my energy levels are flagging and my speech impediment may get worse. To be fair, some of it's just because I speak quickly normally and I'm slowing myself down for this. But also, I'm tired. And it's difficult for me. Oh! You miss Family Mart? I assume that's the thing in Japan. Oh, and a bowling alley. Although this is the first time you've ever visited it. She's making it work. Is that Strongbad's face upside down? After walking inside, you rent some shoes and then spot Cassandra already at one of the lanes. It seems like she is a little anxious, just waiting around for someone all by herself. It's the convenience store they're clearly riffing on. Cool. Oh, chat, should I play? Do you want me to play convenience store on stream? It's a chill as a hot game. Understandable enough, there are some scary looking dudes around here. After you rent shoes, she sees you and waves from the distance as you walk toward her.
Hey, Princess! I'm so glad you could come. Are you ready to bowl?
I've been feeling like playing another chill as art game at some point soon. I don't know, that one's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, of course. It's been a while since I've done this though, so don't judge me if I suck.
I can give you some pointers if you want. I really love bowling, and I've been doing it my whole life. We should get started. We only have this lane for an hour, and I want to try to get 2 games in.
Okay, but chat, I am being cursed with this knowledge, so you must also be cursed with this knowledge. Her tracksuit zip has no zipper. It is just the closed zip. Is it just printed onto the hooded top and she has to pull it up over her head? We'll never know. Probably, at least, anyway. Family Mart has the best fried chicken out of all the convenience. Oh, blink, I could go for some fried chicken and Pocky. You take a seat and Cassandra takes her turn first. She takes out her own bowling ball with a custom design from a bag she brought. As she approaches the lane, she has a fiery look in her eyes. Her wind-up is massive, and she catapults herself towards the pins, stopping right before the line. What, her? Like she throws herself? Oh, right before the line. Yeah, the one you can't step over. Got it. Who do you think you are? I am. The pins were absolutely obliterated as the word strike appear on the TV screen with a goofy animation. Didn't expect to have to unzip it. Obviously, how it comes off, I leave to your imagination. That's fair. It just dissolves after a certain length of time. You've never seen anyone throw a bowling ball with such force. She is truly a gifted bowler.
All right. Your turn, princess.
I'm glad the goofy animations are a cross-cultural thing. Also, don't think I don't notice those bowling computers have Japanese text on them. Jefferson City has Japanese software powering the bowling alley, and I'm here for it. You stand up and pick a random bowling ball that fits your hand well enough. After getting into position, try and think of what your strategy will be. Bowl. Focus on accuracy. You know better than to try to match Cassandra's speed, so you focus on throwing it straight. Honestly, that's probably the straightest thing about me, my channel, and this demo so far. Surprisingly, you were able to knock over all of the pins except for one. Oh, not the 9. You focus hard on it and are able to knock it over on your second attempt. Hell yeah, what a spare! Another goofy animation pops up on the TV with the words, spare!
Great job! Getting a spare on the first frame after not playing for a long time is really impressive.
Oh, you should see me play Bowl Out. It's great. Side note, chat. I went back and played Bowl Out again after I streamed it, and the boss kicked my ass. Even though she had completely outclassed you, she was still very impressed with by your skills. It's supposed to be a Juicy Couture tracksuit, which the zipper on those is the brand logo. Can't have that. Oh, that. Yeah, no, I can see why that would be the case. You don't want to get into trouble with brands. You don't get the sense that she is joking. It seems she genuinely is rooting for you. She could have easily scoffed at your inferior skills, but instead, she is super kind and encouraging.
All right, guess it's my turn again. Wish me luck.
Go get him, Tiger.
Yep, I really should have done a vocal warm-ups chat. My throat is scratchy as all heck. You continue to bowl for the next hour and have a lot of fun together. The whole bowling alley begins to watch as Cassandra bowl strike after strike. Everyone is left in awe. Oh yeah, Unstable is the resident heckler. It put a lot of pressure on you, but you were still able to put up a respectable 140 points. Cassandra ended up scoring an astonishing 275 points, almost twice what you got. Yeah, but she's hot, so we'll forgive her.
Aw, man. Looks like we don't have time for another game. That's fine, actually. To be honest, that was one of my best scores ever. I think we should celebrate instead. I'm gonna go get some beers from the bar. Do you want some? I'll pay, of course.
No, I have work tomorrow. You know what, princess? So does she. Cassandra flashes an approving smile at you and then heads toward the bar.
Cheers to another day being alive.
You laugh at Cassandra's random one-liner, which shows you the state you are in. Side note, I would love this miniskirt for myself. It's been a while since you have drank a lot, and this is your third beer in less than an hour. The bar decided to give Cassandra her first drinks for free, and she decided that was a sign to kick her celebration up a notch. Since it was a weekday, and hardly anyone was left in the bowling alley this late at night, you kept sitting at your lane.
I'm so glad you could come bowling with me, Princess. I haven't been in so long because I hate going alone. Back when I was in college, I had a group I used to go with. But once I dropped out, we all kind of went our separate ways.
There's a typo.
That sucks. I know a thing or two about losing friends myself.
I put the cursor under the E that should be an A in separate, and then realized that you can't see the cursor.
Sometimes people are only meant to be in your life for a short time. At least that's the mentality I have.
And when you're done with them, you fire them. You put them in a cannon and fire them into the sun.
That's true. It's just so hard to make friends as an adult. And it's even harder to maintain those friendships.
Because you only ever meet other adults at work. You don't have time in the work-life balance to go to a place often enough to make people with shared interests. To make friends with people with shared interests. Which is why tabletop role-playing games are a fantastic thing. And I was going to go into a whole self-shill there, but realized this is technically like a sort of sponsored stream, but not really. I don't know. I'm not going to shill during a stream to promote someone else's content. That just seems in poor taste.
Let's treasure our friendship while it lasts, okay? I want to make the most of it.
Cassandra, what are you going to do to end our friendship? Put the bowling ball down. Cassandra, no! Ah! Cassandra raises her glass and then takes a massive gulp of beer, nearly finishing it in one go. So we're only $9 away from our next milestone, so the next backer at tier will get us there. Ooh, there you go, folks. The link is in the pinned comments, video description on YouTube, social media channel. Give them another $9 for the next milestone. They deserve it. This demo is pretty fun so far. I'm going to stop talking like this. Her drinking skills are almost as impressive as her bowling skills. Try your best to keep up. You and Cassandra continue drinking at the bowling alley late into the night. Time flies as you have so much fun. Eventually, you stumble back home to your apartment. Waking up for work tomorrow is going to be a struggle, but it was worth it. Cassandra seems like a kind and oh, that's good timing for the Nightbot timer. Cassandra seems like a kind, genuine friend. This isn't something that comes around often, especially for you. This is the end of the demo. Thank you so much for playing, and please continue supporting Princess of World's End. We here at Wackhole Studios have poured our heart and soul into this project, so it means a lot for you to have played, so really, thank you so much. Please support our Kickstarter so we can make this project possible and allow it to fulfill its greatest potential. Yeah, but is there a Jane date? Hang on. Let's go back to the main menu. Or is it a false choice?
I should give someone a...
No, thank you for, putting that post up about looking for people to stream it. I really enjoyed I've enjoyed this demo. It's been long enough since getting her number, you begin dialing it up. It somehow stuck around in your memory, perhaps for a reason. So I assume
Jane,
if
this is
I had...
Princess. Would tonight be good for us to get properly reacquainted?
If I'd met Felix before Jane, I could go hang out with Felix right now. Also, I cannot unsee it. It's been bothering me, and I've just realized why it's been bothering me. But, just turning the cursor back on for a moment. This is one, there's nowhere for... There's no hole behind this fan, and two, it's just a computer fan. I love it. Then the cursor back off.
For sure. I just got back from work, so I'm relaxing at home. If you're down for it, I know a really cool nature spot where we can watch the sunset.
Hell yeah, watching
That sounds
sunset's
super
fun.
cute. I would love to do that.
Okay, awesome. Meet me at the national park near the south side of town. Hurry before the sun sets.
I just got home, I'm relaxing, I'm gonna get up and leave. Luckily, you already live near the south side of town, so it's not too far of a walk from here. If you leave now, you'll get there in around 10 minutes. You decide it would be best to head over right now to get there before she does. There is still a little while until the sun will fully set, but you don't have anything better to do. I mean, clearly you could tune into twitch.tv/comicbubbles, or you could go to the Kickstarter and back it. You follow the side streets in your neighborhood in the opposite direction as usual. This path usually takes you into downtown, but today you are walking the other way to get out of town. Getting out of town is a lot shorter of a walk than your usual route. It sucks having a longer It sucks not being able to speak. It sucks having a longer commute, but it is well worth it for the lower rent. Oh, she's adorable.
Oh, hey, Princess! You made it just in time.
Judging from her bored expression before seeing you, it's safe to assume Jane has been here for a while. Perhaps she was already here when you called her.
You got here really early, didn't you, Jane?
Wait, how did you know that?
I am psychic.
Well, you are right on that one. To tell you the truth, I was here when I called you earlier.
Nothing wrong with that. I was just wondering how you got here so fast after work.
Chat, I would die for Jane.
Well, I don't really like being home alone. So, usually, I change after work and go on long walks until the sun sets.
Did you have a rough home life growing up? That's kind of typical behavior for someone who did. I would know.
We're prying.
You are reading me so easily. It's kind of freaking me out.
Who's your favorite romance so far? She is pretty cute.
I wouldn't say my home life was all bad. At least, it wasn't always.
Yeah, but Jane, take it from me. Just because home life doesn't feel bad doesn't mean that it isn't.
To be honest with you, I don't really feel comfortable talking about this right now. I picked out a cool spot for us to sit and watch the sunset. Follow me.
Hell yeah. Sitting in the grass, leaning against a tree, looking at the sunset? I'm here for that. Jane took you on a surprisingly long walk through the national park. You realised it had been a while since you have exercised, so it was much more of a challenge for you than it should have been. After walking for a while, you and Jane sit down under a tree with a perfect view of the setting sun. Around 5 or 10 minutes pass by, and you both admire its beauty.
Sitting out here with you makes me feel like a kid again. Enjoying the last bit of playtime before my mom calls me in for supper.
I'm glad you feel that way. Did you play outside a lot when you were little?
Now I'm just having flashbacks to What Remains of Edith Finch. Don't go on the swing.
Well, yeah. It's not like I had anything better to do in Thomasville. You would know, wouldn't you?
Thomasville and Jefferson? I see what you did there.
Yes, that's true, I suppose. Although, the nature around there was really extraordinary. I think growing up in Thomasville was a big reason why I chose to pursue environmental science.
You smile at Jane fondly to show your support. It seems that small town life has had an impact on both of you. Although you aren't as passionate about nature as Jane, you still can understand its influence on her. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you initially expected.
Even though we don't really know each other well, watching the sunset with you is making me really happy.
Two lost souls can spend time together and enjoy it.
Thank you so much for coming here to hang out with me.
It's no problem, really. I'm enjoying myself too.
Jane seems to wear her heart on her sleeve, and is very appreciative of you. It's hard for you to respond to unexpectedly kind words. It's just not something you are used to. You feel that your response could have been more affectionate, but it was adequate, nonetheless. Hey, I strive for adequacy, so that's good. The sparkling look of happiness in her eyes tells you that it was enough to satisfy her.
I just want to enjoy this moment together as long as I can. Do you mind if I scoot a little closer?
Scoot, scoot, scoot. You and Jane sat close together and watched the sunset. Just before the night fell, she guided you back down the trail to the city. She had the kind of happiness that you thought only a child could have. Also, I say so far because if we reach the stretch goal in the Kickstarter, it's Kasane Hime 2, needing me a non-binary goddess for real. I was going to say, when you said Jane's your favourite romance, I assume that's because you can't romance the goddess. But then, you know, that's fair. We stand a non-binary goddess on this channel. I think that's a proper use of the word stan. I'm not hip, chat, can you tell? I'm autistic and I don't go outside much. Not through lack of trying, just don't like the place I live. You couldn't help but let her pure heart fill you with joy. Cool. Now we're even less known. Okay. Right. So yeah, I as I said, I assume if I'd met Felix earlier, I could have hung out with him instead of Jane. But I really, really, really enjoyed that. I would do a whole thing about swapping over to Steam and capturing my Steam window so you can see me wishlist it. But the truth is, it's already on my Steam wishlist. So I'd have to remove it and then add it again. And that just seems like a whole song and dance. And I've kept people here for 2 hours already. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'm probably going to play this. Well, you know, I'm definitely going to play this when it comes out, but I don't know if I'll stream it because obviously my streaming schedule is all messed up to heck and back because of the, let's say, financial necessities of the situation in which I find myself. But equally, I can stream for like 2 hours and not wreck my throat too much, so we'll see. Do highly encourage everyone to check out the Kickstarter and Steam page, both of which will be in the video description. They're in the pinned comment on the Twitch and Moonbeam channels. I was going to say something else, but I honestly cannot remember what it was. That was it. Hey, YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, just share it with people you think might like it. My video. Or, you know, I'll try and include, hey, is there an official YouTube account, radiantg? Because I can include the link for that in the YouTube video description as well. And then the people on YouTube can be like, hey, that link's in the YouTube description. We can do that. But equally, I'll just put the Blue Sky account as well. Actually, yeah, if you just message me with any social media accounts you want me to include in the YouTube description, that would be fantastic. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support, YouTube. Let me know your thought in the comment section below. Let me know if you do want to see the full playthrough. I do. I'm going to be playing regardless, but hey, you can experience me narrate it for you if my narration is something you like. Weirdos. But until next time, thank you, Radiant. I really appreciate that. Until next time, as ever, as always, pet your pets. Tell them that they are good pets, because I assure you, they are, no matter how much crime they get up to. And until next time, please do stay safe. Please do stay healthy. Please do stay wholesome. Much love to all of you out there in YouTube land. Goodbye.